Oh, hello. Say hi, Zoe. Uh, Zen, what are you moving my chair for, dude? I'm trying to make a video here. Um, Stop it! Jeez. Of course, we have a meltdown on the first 2 seconds of the video. Come here, buddy. Come here. Who wants to be involved? He hates. All right, all right. Okay, we'll let you in the video. Good lord. Say hi, Zen. This is Mr. Meltdown. But I wanted to make a video. A lot of people are asking me about what the kids eat, because we are a carnivore family. The whole family pretty much eats 100% carnivore. We do allow like fruits and stuff. Zoe sometimes likes blueberries, but you want to tell them what you eat, Zoe?
I eat steak, bananas and hard-boiled eggs and oranges and blueberries.
That's right. And what else do you eat? Sometimes you eat some cheese.
Cheese.
You already said hard-boiled eggs. And what else do you eat? Sometimes we eat bacon.
Bacon.
And what else?
And some raspberries.
We do have raspberries. That's right. Yeah.
And I always eat blackberries.
Blackberries. I don't know if we have blackberries, but yeah, she's just naming fruit. Yeah, blackberries are good. But yeah, so what I was saying to a couple of people online is that the big thing is to stop buying the stuff that they shouldn't be eating. And hold on, Zoe, let me talk, okay? And they kind of watch what me and mom eat, and now every time I make a steak, they literally attack me. I mean, they'll they'll rush up to me and say, "Daddy, I want to bite. Daddy, I want to bite." And he just walks up and goes, "Ah," and he doesn't go away. So he will sit and eat the steak until all the steak's gone. Um, and I've actually seen a dramatic improvement in their skin and Zoe's poop. When she was eating lots of vegetables and rice and stuff, she was getting just like poops that weren't normal, especially not at her age. I mean, a lot of adults go through that and they have issues, but you haven't actually seen what normal poop is like until you've been on a carnivore diet. And at first, yes, there's a couple weeks of maybe a week to 2 weeks of possible diarrhea. I did go through it. It wasn't that bad. What it is, it's the change in the amount of water and electrolytes that are going through your system. Your body typically uses uh, fiber to bind to those things. So the job of the colon is to remove water. So it basically just has to go through a transition period, and that transition period is different for everyone. But um, it's nothing to worry about. You're not going to die from it. It's not serious. What's up, Joe? You have something to say? You want to talk about what you eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I eat broccoli.
You don't eat broccoli. We don't even have broccoli in this house. Now she's messing with. We don't.
Yeah, rice.
We don't eat those things at all. None of those things even exist in our house. She's messing with us now. Yeah.
And ground beef.
We do eat ground beef. That's right, but we don't eat broccoli anymore because it's a vegetable because it's got poisons in it.
And I like
We're not we're not going through what we like. We're just telling them what we eat at the house. But the big trick was just cutting out. Zoe, I'm talking. When I'm talking, don't talk. Okay? Stop doing that. You know better than to do that. We stopped buying the stuff that the sweet stuff, the sugary stuff, and the cereals and all that stuff, and eventually they just start seeing what we eat. You want to go? You can go. They start seeing what we eat, and that ends up being what they want to eat. What do you think, Zen? You want to go too? No? You have another meltdown? But yeah, so I mean, and I think that's super important. I mean, teaching the kids now. I mean, the there's no better time to start than when they're little with what they're eating. Like he basically went from he's still breastfeeding actually, but he went from breastfeeding to just meat and some fruit here and there. But I actually don't really do well with fruit. I've had it a few times since I started carnivore, and for me it just doesn't really agree with me. I can actually feel some achiness and more soreness from the gym for a little bit longer when I'm eating fruit. So I feel like it just slows my healing process down. And me, 100% meat is where I feel the best and the strongest, and I have the best performance in the gym. So do I want to take away that from the kids and have them not to have the opportunity to have that? No, I want them to be able to make choices for themselves. But at least I have the things here that is a good choice for them, as opposed to just like having 15 different things. And of course they're gonna choose the sugary thing when it's in front of them, because sugar is a drug. It's a plant, right? Cocaine is a drug. It's a plant. All the drugs are plants. Every drug has a side effect, and sugar definitely has a side effect. um, Everything that you eat that is plant-based all turns into sugar. But if you give your kids these opportunities to pick and choose from the crap, they'll choose the crap first, so you eliminate it. And I've heard some people say, "Oh, well, my kids won't eat anything good." Well, that's not true. When I was growing up, my dad, all he had to do was threaten to put a chain on the refrigerator. Me and my brothers, we would finish our meals. Like you, um, you'll eat what's there. And if they say, "Oh, I'm not going to eat," they pretend like they're going to starve themselves. We'll let them, because I guarantee you, they're not strong enough to their willpower is not that strong. Eventually, they will eat. They're not that tough, not yet. So my advice is to start eating the meat in front of them. Start cooking the things that are good and delicious, and have it in front of them so they can see it, and then say, "Hey, do you want to eat this with me?" Because that's my kids love that. Every time I cook something, they're so excited. They want to run up and sit next to me and take bites. And Zoe goes, "This is my turn. It's your turn." And part of me is like, damn, like I can't even eat a steak by myself anymore. I wish that we could, but um, you know, but I also want them to be the best that they could be, and I think that diet of meat and water is the best thing for them. You know. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about that, about how what specifically I make for them, and we don't really eat that often. Really, we eat like maybe twice a day now. I mean, when you're on a carnivore diet, you're not really hungry every 4 hours or 2 hours like you are with a sugar-based diet. And half the time, you're not really eating because you're hungry when you're on a sugar-based diet. You're eating because you're looking for that dopamine hit. And every time you eat, if it's sugar-based, that's what you're doing, right? Our diet should not be a brain center reward every time we eat, right? It's designed to keep us strong and healthy. And what? Okay, okay, Zen, get down. Come here, Zen. Oof. All right. But yeah, so our diet should not be a reward. Should not act on the reward center of the brain like cocaine does every single time we eat, and that's what we're doing. So it's very easy to let go of other addictions when you don't have that addiction to sugar. What I've noticed, like things like coffee and stuff, I was able to give it up pretty fast. Oh, that's another thing that people talk about. Zoe, I need you to stop yelling. Okay, stop talking. If you want to come here and sit down and be in the video, you can, but stop yelling. It's coffee. I don't, I always, people that start carnivore, I tell them to, what was that? Did he fall? Huh? Oh, he's gonna, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna lock him in. There, he's locked out. Okay, Zen's trying to commit suicide again. Thinks he can play on the edge of the couch that's 4 feet off the ground, right? One time he fell and hit his head, and he had a bruise for like 2 weeks. He landed head first, right? Because you thought you could jump off the couch. But about coffee, so I don't think you should give up. If you're coming off a sugar-based diet and you want to keep coffee, I think that's fine. I did it for probably 3 months, 4 months, and it does make it easier because you're getting some a little bit of an energy boost, and there's a little bit of a change in position and transition between a sugar-based diet and a fat-based ketone-based diet. But eventually, I think it's a good idea to get off, because there's different things like oxalates in coffee. There's tons of other toxic chemicals in there, and they all we don't even know what they all do to our brain. We know that they have an effect. We don't necessarily know what everything does. But what's up, buddy? Yep. No. Yeah, so coffee is okay for a little bit, and then eventually it'd be a good idea to transition off of that. So. But I have a few steaks that I gotta throw on the grill, and I am hungry, and these kids are probably hungry. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that real quick. You know, what the kids eat and whether or not. Dude? Don't hit your head, buddy. Your noggin's important, man. But we will talk to you guys another time. Have a good day.